Hi everyone. Today we are listening to Shunno again after a long time,
After a long time.
and one of the most recommended track,
Hmm.
"BEDONA."
Hmm.
We have heard it, of course. We heard it when it was first recommended,
Hmm.
but this is the first time we are listening to it together,
True.
right? And I am very curious to know about Hamas' thoughts,
Hmm.
what he thinks about it. Yeah. Do you want to add anything?
No, no, I just want to listen to
No?
it.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that together. Three, two, one, play. We both are huge fans of Emil's voice and the piano piece they always do. Oh,
I love that the sample includes a lot of edit instruments.
yeah.
তুমি আমার নত সুখ তুমি সুখের বেদনা সব স্বপ্নের রং হয় না তো বেদনার মতো নয় রঙা জীবনের সব কথা
The
নয়
way he
আমি
transit
জীবনটাকেই
between
বলতে
notes
চাই
is like so
হয়তো
smooth.
Effortless.
দুর্ভাগ্য নয় সে তো
Smooth. The
ভালোবাসার
transition was
কাব্য কয় আমি কবি নই তবু কাব্যের ভাষায় বলবো আজ
also I love his vowels. He slightly prolongs his vowels, which is super nice with his voice, with his delivery of tones. It's
তুমি বললে আজ দুজনে নীল রঙা
Notice his vowels.
বৃষ্টিতে ভিজব রোদে না দুপুরে একসাথে নতুন সুরে গান গাইব শেষ বিকেলের ছায়ায় নীল আকাশের বুকে আমি লাল রঙা স্বপ্ন
Need to reference a lot of the other tracks, Shesh Mikhail and
আমি কবি নই তবু কাব্যের ভাষায় বলবো আজ। তোমার হাসির শ্রাবণ ঢলে স্বপ্ন নিয়ে ভাসতে চাই তোমার হাসির শ্রাবণ ঢলে স্বপ্ন নিয়ে ভাসতে চাই
How simple yet beautiful this transition it is.
everything is very minimalistic yet beautiful.
তুমি বললে আজ দুজনে সাত রঙা প্রজাপতি ধরবো নোনা বালি চরেতে একসাথে আকাশের সমুদ্র স্থান দেখব গধূলির আলো আধারিতে উর্মির সাথে দুজনা
You're catching the words
নীলের
quickly.
বুকে
Others can't.
আজ হারাবো
Felt like he's
আমি
referencing
কবি নই তবু কাব্যের ভাষায় বলবো আজ।
because it's about
তোমার হাসির
poetic
শ্রাবণ
expression.
স্বপ্ন নিয়ে ভাসতে চাই তোমার হাসির শ্রাবণ ঢলে স্বপ্ন নিয়ে ভাসতে
His
চাই
voice sounds younger.
Always.
And this
Still to this day.
no, in this particular track, it's younger. It's just young.
Hmm.
But yeah, so oh, Shunno, his whatever they create, his voice has Emil's voice has such magic that it just lifts everything.
Everything. Absolutely.
Lifts everything.
Absolutely. I was reading somewhere that maybe I think one of the viewers mentioned on our video on our one of our videos, I think that he is probably not classically trained. Probably, it may be wrong, but it amazes me if he is not. It amazes
Absolutely.
me because every single thing that he does with his voice is
Every single
so
note
on
is
point,
so precise.
so precise. I mean, two things. I mean, he has naturally gifted voice, which is okay, which is fine. Some people are born with natural talent, but the control on each and every note that he has, if
Exactly.
you listen to any single track of Shanno, you will realize it feels like he can do any harakat at will. He just
The thing is that this kind of control doesn't come without
without
practice.
practice. Yeah, yeah,
It just doesn't come. So if you don't do
yeah,
riyaz,
absolutely.
as in classical singing, if you're not doing riyaz, what happens with riyaz is that a singer would do practice every single day for like two
Yeah,
hours, 3 hours, just hitting one note, just
absolutely,
hitting one note. You
absolutely.
know, they would have a harmonium or piano, and they would match the key
Mm-hmm.
with that,
Yeah,
with
with
that
that note.
note. Simple
Absolutely.
as that. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And every single day you do that for like 2 3 hours, and you have such command, you build such practice that when you want to hit any of those
Mm.
notes, it comes naturally. It comes without effort. And this is where what Hamad says that this is so
Mm.
effortless. But the thing is that even though he doesn't have the classical training, um, the way he so what also comes with transition classical training is the transitions between lower notes going to higher
Mm.
notes with control. And this is also surprises me that if he doesn't have the classical
Mm.
training, uh,
How?
how, I mean, it's just, I mean, it could be just god gifted talent.
Mm.
Some people has it. But also what we see in their music is everything is accurate. Every,
Everything is trained.
maybe they do have some musical education, because whatever we heard from their early days to their newer
Mm-hmm.
tracks, we at least we, of course we are also not trained and all that, but at least I didn't see any you know off thing. The
Never,
time signatures are not met.
never.
The notes are not precise, or there are some faltering
Mm.
here and there. Never. So it's just brilliance.
And
Brilliance.
the most amazing thing is that if, for example, this Bedona, Godali Ropapare, I think probably one of my all-time favorite
One
songs.
of our favorites,
Yeah,
yeah, she's
She's
Vikil
Wicked.
as well.
If you listen to those songs even today, it feels like they are made for the current setting as well. It's so, I mean, all their tracks for me, yeah,
Timeless.
timeless. It passes the time test. The arrangements are minimalistic with they use obviously electronic guitar and so on, but what I was mentioning is that the use of traditional instruments here and there, for example, the use of violin, the sort of percussions they did in Bebia, for instance, those tracks stay longer in your memories always. If you listen to Godri Opere, it does not feel like a track from a band who has just started their musical journey.
Yeah.
It seems like a song coming out of bunch of polished artists who are gelled together, who know all the limitations, all the strengths of each band member, and every track is so cohesive. They do not create very long tracks like 6 or 7 minutes songs. Their
Exactly.
songs are 4 or 5 minutes long, and they're extremely
And
cohesive. They have all those. Everything is so precisely arranged in their track. It has a proper setting, proper intro, chorus, and everything is so beautifully done that you can just marvel at how
but also they could be just gifted musicians.
it could be.
you know
Yeah.
so there are musicians, for example, Jal,
Mm-hmm.
they weren't really trained and all that,
Mm-hmm.
but their music was such that
Yeah.
it was good music.
Yeah.
It was just good music.
Yeah.
It
Absolutely.
is good music, and theirs as well. So Godili Ropore is, I mean, the chorus of that particular track is still one of the like
One of the
best
best
chorus
chorus.
I've
One
heard.
of the best chorus.
Right? I still remember the Sheesh Bekales is something that I constantly go back to, and for
I don't know.
how how peaceful, how soothing that is for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
This one, Bedona, I know it's very old. It was uploaded in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even sure when it was
Created,
created,
yeah.
right? And I feel the youngness, the youth in his voice, which tells me that it could be earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But even so, but they are just brilliant musicians. And also, not only that, there are aspects to a lot of things. So they are brilliant musicians, but are they, the poetry is brilliant, the message is brilliant, the execution is brilliant, the choruses are brilliant, everything
Everything.
that they are doing. So even this in the lyrics,
Yep.
although we don't understand Bangla pretty much,
Yeah.
but now we have come to a point where we do pick fewer stuff. How beautiful, that the as much as I understood the lyrics as the expression through poetry,
poetry.
rather than words. That they wanna have a medium, explore a medium, or bank on a medium of expression that is just not words but poetry, and how beautiful and how beautifully communicated through his vocals.
Yeah.
And then then you have a beautiful guitar solo which was not off by one bit.
Yeah.
Then you had a beautiful intro of keys. um, I mean,
What else can we say?
everything,
What else?
everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I mentioned in one of those tracks that Shunno is that band which tries to portray stories through their music. I think in Shesh Bikil as well, it had darker undertones. Angel of Death, the storytelling through that aspect.
Mhm.
In Babia, there was communication between father and daughter, and so on. So they all, I think they try to create visual imagery in the listener's mind as well through their poetry, especially. And in this track as well, you were spot on when you said that they probably are referencing the other tracks, or maybe just throwing in some words over there from
Maybe
yeah.
some of the listeners can tell
Yeah,
us.
absolutely. We would love to know the story behind this particular track, because in the comment section of this track, I see that a lot of people have mentioned that it transitions them to the simpler time again, and probably one of the messages of this track is that. Let us know your thoughts around it, and I'm running short of Shano's track. I don't know if we have listened. I think there's one more track which I want to react to with you. I'm forgetting the name again, but we'll catch up on that one. But yeah, let us know your thoughts around this beautiful melodious track in Emil's heavenly voice, and we'll catch up on the next one then. Until then, take care. Goodbye.
Bye bye.